This is Kevin O'Brien. I'm in Berlin today with Matthias Kollatz-Ahnen, the finance senator of the city of Berlin. Thanks for being with us today. The Berlin economy is growing at a rapid clip. Tourism is at a record. A lot of people here are saying Berlin, after a quarter century, is turning the corner. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. It's quite an impressive turnaround story. In the last year, we had a population growth of 45,000 and we had a job growth of some 50,000. A bulk of these new jobs are in tourism. This is what you mentioned, but we are also keen to have other clusters in Berlin. The health cluster plays a significant role, and I think it's well known now also abroad. The startup scenery in Berlin is quite well established.
Berlin has a legacy from the Cold War and reunification. Public debt still about 59 billion euros, I believe. Will you be able to pay that off next week?
Certainly we will not pay it off next week, but we are proud to have a development in the right direction. At the beginning of this legislation period, the debt forecast was to grow from 63 billion, which we had then, up to 66 billion euro. So this didn't take place. The contrary, we were able to pay back 3 billion. So we are now with this 59.9, where we are proud of. And there I think we are now moving in this direction of having growth and repaying some debt, and both together shrinks the share of the indebtedness to the regional GDP significantly.
Why do you think the economy is now taking off in Berlin? Why now?
I think we take profit out of the general rather good economic conditions which we have to face all over Germany. But what is now the difference, if you compare it with the past, that since several years we are always over the average on the economic growth in Berlin. And we increase the investment in all our public services, be it transport, be it health service, be it schools, whatsoever. And this contributes also to the economic growth.
Berlin will have an election on September 18th. You're in charge of the budget and finance for the city of Berlin. What is your sense of the voter mood at this point? What are the big issues?
We have in Berlin a huge part of the population is living not in self-owned flats, it's living for rent. So it's roughly 85% of the population. It's much higher than in most of the other cities. This is a big issue. The issue of the jobs is a big issue. The issue of the future development of the city is a big issue, and the issue of what we can do to integrate the refugees is also a big issue. We had a huge wave of refugees last year. These 1.1 million all over the nation in Germany. This means for Berlin around about 50,000. And we then have now the question of integration. I think integration will come with language, will come with school, and will come with jobs.
In your opinion, what is the biggest challenge that Berlin faces now going forward?
We are facing now a decade of investments, and I think the preparation to go ahead, be it schools, be it public transport, be it also the educational system, and be it also that we want to be really the hub of digitalization in the continental part of Europe. We will increase the capacity of the universities in teaching of digital sciences, quite a huge step forward. So therefore, I think that's a challenge. But Berlin has made a lot of things possible in the past. So I'm also confident that we will manage this challenge.